Hello, I'm Dr. Gareth Moore and I'm a puzzle and brain training author. But in this video I am not writing puzzles, I'm having a look at the last day of this. The Exit the Game Advent Calendar that was released first in 2023, The Silent Storm. And I'm going to be opening the day 24 door today. But we shall start, as we always do, by having a look at the story for today. So here we go. I won't hopefully need the hints and tips today, but you never know. I did have a look at them recently, that's for sure. But here we go, the 24th of December. Let's see what the story has in store for us. Well, let's carry on with tradition and tear a page out like it tells us to. Right. Hurrah, you did it! You actually found the way to the secret command centre. Yes. When you finally get there, you find a desk with a big red button that will bring you back to normal size. Wait a minute. When did we find the secret command centre? Is that inside the door we are yet to open? I'm going to say that it must be, because we haven't found it yet. Anyway, when you finally get there, you find a desk with a big red button that will bring you back to normal size. A tape runs in a continuous loop on which a friendly voice explains how to trigger the process and that a new location can be selected if desired. You let yourself slide to the ground exhausted and are suddenly overcome with hysterical laughter. Ha ha ha! What kind of a bonkers insane odyssey have you just completed? And here you now sit, the saviour of Christmas. If you read the screen on the control panel correctly, then there's even something special for you. Perhaps that's if you read the screen on the control panel correctly? I don't know. But now, get to the button, bring everything back to normal size, and then go and celebrate a cracking Christmas with the boss and your colleagues. You really deserve it. Christmas is going to be big this year. Now, open the secret command centre, which presumably is inside the box where we found the 24 day yesterday. Alright. Nothing on the back. Nope. Well, we're going to have a look at the calendar then. Now, yesterday we discovered a hidden door at the top of the calendar up here. So, I guess we're starting there. So this is our day 24. And how does it open? I think that was the edge of it there. Yes, it is. Does it pull out? Yes, it just flaps open like that. I think. Or maybe the whole thing pulls. Ooh. Is that the command centre screen? Is that all that's in there? Yes, because there's a yellow X. Is there similar this side? I think that's probably... There's nothing else in there. Unless we need the yellow and blue colours, and I think that's it. So, what is this? There's no riddle card today for a start. There's a picture of a Christmas tree, some pipes, and we have 3 eyes and an exclamation. Ooh, and there are 7 tunnels, or pipes or something. Yeah, it shows 7 things across the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we're supposed to look at the 2nd, the 4th, and the 6th. And be careful of the 5th. And what's this about a red button to press? Here's the red button. We're supposed to press a big red button. There's also a door we haven't opened on the calendar, I think. Yeah, over here on the bottom right. Can you see that? Here. We haven't opened that door. But it could just say behind it, you weren't meant to open this one or something. So I'm certainly not going to start by opening that. So, this is the day 24. It's got a picture of a bell on it, which I take to be Christmas theming more than anything. And we have no text for today, as far as I can see. So I'm just having a look at the story again, in case this gives me some context or some clue that I have missed. Right. You let yourself slide to the ground. What bonkers odyssey you completed. If you read the screen on the control panel correctly, then there's even something special waiting for you. I think it's read, not read. Now get to the button, bring everything back to normal size, and go and celebrate a cracking Christmas. Christmas is going to be big this year. Open the secret command centre. Well, there are 6 columns on the calendar, and there are therefore 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can't see my hand on all of those, I realise. There are 7 rows either side of them. So I think that probably these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 areas between these represent the 6 columns of the calendar. So there's an exclamation in the 3rd column of the calendar. So if that's a correct understanding, then this is the 1st column here. That's the 2nd column, and that's the 3rd column. So are we meant to be ripping open that 3rd column? And then why are we looking at this? Why is there an eye on that, an eye on that, and an eye on that? And also, they're ticked. I really don't know what this means. I mean, I can tear open the calendar, but that's just going to be brute force. That's not how we're meant to do it, surely. What am I missing from this picture? There's a big red button. Is there a red button on the calendar? Is there something I haven't pressed or haven't done with the calendar? All right, I can't think of anything else to do. I don't know what the eyes are for. Unless this is referring to the tunnels down the calendar specifically, as opposed to just the... It does show it as drawn as a tunnel, isn't it? So maybe that's just referring to the day we already opened, because maybe that's what the tick means. So we need to look down the tunnel we haven't opened. Okay, so this is perhaps not accurate, but we have opened this tunnel at the end, or on the previous day, we tore open the calendar at the bottom end and looked up. There's a chute up here. If I tear this open, there's a tunnel here, and you could see up it inside to reveal this number that is now at the top of the calendar here. So similarly, if we were to look, let's just look at the top of here. No, it just says 5. Is there anything in there? Not really. It's just blank. What if I look up on the bottom of the calendar like I did the other day? It doesn't say on here to look. It just has a red exclamation. Perhaps if I just tear open this entire column, we'll see something. So we've got a starry line here. And I have got no idea this is correct. And there's really no way I'm going to put this back and pretend I didn't do it, is there? Not that I would do that anyway, but let's just get this out of our way. What is under here, if anything? I pulled this out. Is there something inside it? Oh, there is! It's a badge. And it's stuck to cardboard. I don't know what's it saying. It says exit. And if I just get the glue bits off. Exit Christmas Hero is what it says. Let's zoom in on this. Exit Christmas Hero. There we go. Let's see if I can clean it up sufficiently. It's got gunk all over it. But there we go. Exit Christmas Hero. So I'm guessing that is our reward for saving Christmas. Yay! All the little boys and girls, and some not so little boys and girls, are going to get all the presents they wanted, or at least they may or may not get the presents they wanted. But Santa's going to be able to do what he needs to do anyway. There we go. Christmas Hero exit. Well, there we go. That's a bit of fun, isn't it? That's something new. We haven't seen that before. So am I finished? Is that it? There's a lot inside the calendar there. Let's put this aside and have a look at the conclusion of the story. Right, I've had a quick look, by the way, at the solution for today to make sure I haven't missed anything. No, I think I've done what you're supposed to do. Right. All hell broke loose in the dance hall. Okay, so presumably you've just pressed the red button. The news of your heroic deeds quickly made the rounds and all the staff hurried to the ballroom. Your colleagues have been frightened out of their wits, waiting in that basement room. Without knowing what was happening, time had seemed to stretch unbearably. The mood is all the more exuberant now that everyone is here together. They are partying like there's no tomorrow, because there is still a tomorrow. So music booms from the gramophone, coloured crystals cover the ecstatic dancers, and crazy music from the future is being played. Santa Claus insisted on bringing his favourite hits of tomorrow via Christmas magic. Now a song is blaring through the room, all about a heart that was given away the very next day, which is in fact the Christmas #1 here in the UK. About saving tears and someone special. Just between us, it's not the best song ever. Very judgmental, but it seems to be having the desired effect on the dance floor. I mean, if it's Christmas #1 this year, apparently it was the slowest ever climb to #1 in the UK charts in history. Anyway, you were the Christmas #1, I should say. And by the way, I'm talking about Wham's Last Christmas. You were the celebrated hero of the evening. Colleagues constantly come over to you, put you on their shoulders and carry you across the room. They throw you in the air and catch you again. You receive a non-stop supply of wine from the wine cellar and your favourite sweets from the pantry. Well, there we go. Something for everyone. So Santa Claus comes out. He's thanked you several times and comes to you again. If it hadn't been for you, he says emphatically and hugs you, as he has a few times already. It's really okay, boss. You smile back at him. And then, right, now you get to ask Santa some of the questions that have come up during your epic Advent adventure. Tell me if I've understood this correctly. Could we theoretically pick a new location for the workshop? Santa Claus looks at you in amazement and scratches his beard. I don't have a beard, clearly. That would actually be a good call. It was kind of a shock when this stranger came along, he says, then adds with a wink. I would never have expected that. It was getting kind of touristy under that southern star. You continue hurriedly with your suggestion. How about a move to the North Pole? I've always wanted to go to the North Pole, beams the boss, and I bet no unwelcome guest would discover us there so easily. You fervently hope he's correct. Anyway, it seems the matter is sealed. Relaxed, you watch the hustle and bustle of your colleagues. A few penguins are grooving away to music in the corner. If we are moving north, I'll look into finding some new sleigh animals, ponders Santa Claus. I feel there is still room for improvement. Maybe I'll find draft animals that waddle less and run more. Reindeer? Is there something like that up there? Oh, we'll see. Oh, there we go. That finally explains the penguin in the sleigh room earlier in the calendar. I just thought it was whimsy, but no. I mean, it is whimsy in the storytelling sense, but no, in the story we were actually following, the Santa sleigh really was pulled by penguins every Christmas. So no Rudolph, no Dasher, no Dancer, no Prancer and Vixen, no Comet, no Cupid, no Donner and Blitzen. My goodness me, how did they get the sleigh to go anywhere at all? So, Santa sways to the tune of Santa Claus is coming to town, and swinging his hips, he moves into the throng of dancing colleagues. A penguin waddles towards you, stretches its flipper out to you, and pulls you onto the busy dance floor. You join the crowd enthusiastically. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. And it says Merry Christmas, and it's a picture of a tree with lots of presents beneath. Well, and if you are celebrating Christmas, I hope you have a Christmas tree with lots of presents beneath if that's what you want. And the rest of the book is room for notes. Room for notes. And that's it. And that is the story of the Silent Storm, the 2023 Advent Calendar from Exit the Game, which once again proved to be another little Christmas miracle. Absolutely fantastically packed full of fun, inventive, entertaining, and puzzles that were just almost always exactly the right difficulty, I think. Hey, but wait, I've just realised we are yet to see what was behind that door that hasn't been opened. And also, maybe there's something else in the box, because I thought I glimpsed like a postcard or something at the back of the box when I opened up the edges of the calendar. I might be wrong. So let's have a look. First of all, where is that an open door? Oh, it's here at the edge. You can't see. Let's get my bauble back out to celebrate the end of the calendar. Right, we're here. Let's see what's in the unopened door. There's a tape, and there's an X1 card. Hey! What are you doing here? Were you hoping to hide out in the spa? Is that what's in there? Hard luck, there's nothing for you here. The way through has been closed for weeks. Off you go and get back to work. Is that all that's in there? And then there's a picture of, well, I'll show you with my room cam. Yeah, so there is the tape. There is the spa. There we go, it's taped off. A roadwork sign. Yeah, there's not much to see. Oh, wow. A pit. Not much to see in there. But what about at the back of the calendar? Should we have a look? Why not? Let's take this out of the way and see if I can take the drawers out still without absolutely... Maybe I'll use the other end, it's easier to film. Maybe I can take all the drawers out. Now, this is massive spoilers if you haven't seen every door already. But there we go. That is what the calendar looks like. And then I can tell you that inside the actual box of the calendar, there is nothing very interesting. There is just plain white paper at the back and, of course, the insides of the doors. So everything on that we've already seen. Now, I'm a bit wary of turning this over because it's going to make the mother of all messes. So let's hold it up to the camera and see if we see anything. Move that camera out of the way and let's see what's underneath the insert. Ooh, our gift tags. Oh, that's sweet. Yeah, one day I'll learn how to use a camera. Oh, wow, look at that. Merry Christmas to from. That's rather lovely. And you can cut those out yourself if you want. And is there an inlay within the calendar? Let's just go back to the other camera. If I pull this out, what's on the inside of the box? Okay, so the gift cards are double-sided. I have exactly the same on both sides, I think. And I am destroying my room here. Oh, one thing we haven't looked at is this room here, which did not work on day 2. So in here, you were meant to have something pop out. And many of you, I'm sure, did, but I didn't. And the reason was that this thing underneath, it's just junk that's collected in the calendar, look, as you can see how hard I pressed, had nothing here to pop out. Or if it did, it's lost somewhere in the calendar. I haven't come across it though, so I think it was just never there. Popped out when it was being made. There's supposed to be something there. Right, and I was sent by the calendar manufacturer a replacement part, which looks like this. So the difference is that it has a little smiley in it. So what was supposed to happen then is that this was in here, like that. Is that right? No, the other way up. I'm an idiot. Oh, it clips in. Look at that. Very neat. There's tabs here under the other doors. Let's get rid of the paraphernalia that shouldn't be there. So this was supposed to be in here, clipped in firmly, like that. Let's take all of this junk out of the way. It's not junk, but I mean remnants of other days out of the way. Right. Put that here. Right, that room is now in. And let's put back this, which is actually it was meant to go here. Right, that is reassembled in terms of the walls of that room. And then this was here like that. Right, so that is the room as we opened it. we should be able to now do the actual puzzle for, which I could not do on day 2. Right, now I've temporarily just lost the riddle card for this day, but if I look at the help sheet, what's on the riddle card was this. If you look at the actual room, there is no actual point in going left or down. That isn't going to do anything. So the key instructions are the third one. Tilt the calendar right, tilt the calendar up, tilt the calendar left, tilt the calendar down, and you should have got that emoticon delivered to you through this chimney, which is just... I wanted to see this. Let's see if it works now. So right, up, left, down. It's like a cheat code in an old game. Right, so what we were supposed to do, let's see if this works now. Press on the chimney. Ah! You see now, I felt a pop that time. I definitely didn't feel that before. And then tilt right, and up, and left, and down. Finally! It only took 22 extra days, but something has popped out of my chimney. That sounds like a euphemism, and what is it? It is the tiniest little thing. I can see how these would go astray. It is that, and it is the emoji for silence, according to the riddle card for the day. So that was what was meant to happen on day 2. There we go. All of those of you who also missed out on that, that is what's supposed to happen, and that is very, very cool. Well, I think that really truly does now complete the calendar. So I want to thank you if you've watched just this one video or you've watched some more. Thank you for joining me. I really do appreciate it. It's kind of you. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. And if you did, well, I will be solving another advent calendar in a year's time, because Exit are already confirmed there'll be a Hollywood-themed advent calendar this time next year in English. It's out in Germany this year, actually. And then they're already working on the calendar for the year after that as well. So lots to look forward to, I hope. In the shorter term, I try and post once a week. It's not always once a week. With my colleague Laura, we solve various escape room at home type boxes, like this really, except more constrained and not usually taken a month. Particularly the Exit the Game boxes and Unlock, but also Escape Room the Game, Deckscapes, and also there's, for example, a Cluedo series of escape rooms, and also occasionally some Kickstarter or other indie projects as well. Oh, and as I say at pretty much the start of all of these videos, I'm a puzzle and brain training author. I've written books for adults, for children, for families, escape room style books, activity books, sticker books, all sorts of things. If you have a look at my website at drgarethmoore.com, there's a range of them available there, or linked to on the various Amazon and publisher sites. But they're not just available in English. They're also not just available in the UK, even though many of the links do go to the UK. They're available in the US, most of them. And they're also translated. Many of them have been translated into countless different languages around the world. In fact, I've sold several million books over the past 15 to 20 years. So there's probably something in your local bookstore too. So maybe you'll check some of those out over the next year. And if you don't fancy that, then have a look at my Twitter. Or as it's now called, X, at Dr. Gareth Moore. And on there, I post a daily word puzzle. Those are in English, but they're usually not too tricky. Something just to give you a little bit of thought each day, so you might enjoy that. I also have some websites. There's puzzlemix.com, where you can solve daily logic puzzles online, grid puzzles. And there's also brainedup.com, which is a brain training site where you can be given daily activities to do in the hope of improving your grey matter. Either way, hopefully lots to look forward to over the next year. If you've watched my videos in the past, well, I hope you carry on joining us into 2024. And if you haven't, then it would be great to have you along. So to that end, if you haven't yet, would you mind please subscribing to my channel? It does make it easy to find future videos, allows us to keep in touch. It would be fantastic. And talking of keeping in touch, do please feel free to comment down below on this or any of my other videos. If you have anything at all to say to do with the video, or just want to say hi, that's fine too. And if you haven't liked this video, then do please like it. That would be great. I hope you enjoyed it. But otherwise, I think pretty much all that remains for me to say is that whether you celebrate Christmas or not, I hope you have a wonderful holiday and festive period. And if you do celebrate Christmas, then may I wish you the most peaceful and happy of feasts. But until I hopefully join you in a future video, I shall just say goodbye and happy Christmas.